Well, here's what I will say. As far as like anybody listening to this who is bullied or knows somebody who is, the one thing I will say, I was bullied because of the fact that I used big words that would send Cro-Magnons off the deep end. Well, I'm not an oxymoron. No, oxymoron. When you put two opposite, I'm not even talking about you. It's two opposite. Okay, whatever. Just fine. Just punch me in the face. It's cool. So, the solace I might also give you outside of what we've already talked about, the fact that fucking high school isn't real life, is the fact that everyone is a nerd about something. And I have a story for that I don't know if you have anything more to say, but maybe this is something that we can close out on. But the point of the story is that everyone is a nerd about something. And I also have a commentary on it. And so years ago, I used to go to the gym. I don't anymore because I have other ways of maintaining
because your body is perfect now.
I have other ways of maintaining this Adonis-like body, which, by the way, I lost 2 more pounds. So I'm down 6 pounds over the past couple of weeks. Yeah.
I picked them right up.
You can have all. You can have all. Anyway, I used to work out, and I used to work out on a regular schedule. I used to work out and go at the exact same time every time. And whenever you go to the gym at the exact same time every time, you run into other people who use the gym at the exact same time every time. And every time I went into the locker room after working out, without relent, without exception, there were 2 guys who were 4 lockers down, and all they talked about, start to finish, is baseball or fucking fantasy baseball. And this is going to sound dickish, but I'll make you feel better about it. It annoyed the fucking shit out of me because it was like, do you think the next year that they're going to beat the RBI? You know, it was annoying as hell. You know, what do you think about the trade from the Mets to the? It was just like, oh my God, really? And you know what? God bless them. It's probably the only chance that these 2 guys had a chance to talk about baseball. And it was no like, hey, how are the kids? Or are you going to have that report ready on Monday? No, it was like all constantly talking about baseball or fantasy baseball from start to finish. Right. And you might be thinking, well, I love baseball. What's the problem with that? The problem is, this is the other reason why it annoyed me, is because I wouldn't say it triggered me. I'm not going to get all woke and shit. But it made me think about the fact that I was made fun of for being a nerd about certain things and not others. And if you're so far not picking up on what I'm saying, think about this. You love baseball and you work out all the time and you go into the locker room. You don't read books. You have no idea what the fuck Lord of the Rings are. None of that. You don't know what those books, you don't know Tolkien, none of that. But you love baseball and you go into your locker room. And you 4 lockers down is me and Tom talking about Lord of the Rings. Hey, Tom, why didn't Gandalf use the or?
And then to Brian's surprise, I say something like, Gollum is gay.
That's a hot take, Or, hey, how about, do you think they really measured how far it really is from the Shire to? And my point is that our society places arbitrary and differing values based on things that people like. And it just reminded me of the fact that when I was a kid, and thankfully adults don't think this way, but I know that kind of kids do, where it's like, talk about sports. Oh, well, sports is perfectly acceptable. You talk about that, nobody's going to make fun of you. But if you talk about Tolkien or heavy metal music or whatever, people are going to start making fun of you. And it made me angry. But my point is, everybody's a nerd about something, and you should realize that. And thankfully, adults do. That's my point. That's my story.
Well, I mean, but also that it all comes back to the same thing, that turning point when you leave school, those things that a lot of people found interesting in high school, but kept to themselves because they were worried about, getting made fun of for it. They don't have to do that anymore.
No, I still have to keep that.
I say I never do.
I do.
I wanted to, because here's the thing. The same things that you get bullied for when you're in school, especially at a younger age, those are the things that are going to make you a success when you get older.
Correct.
And that's just the bottom line. The more mainstream your interests